A continuación, CPS News.
Good evening, everybody, and of course, welcome to CPS News with Jesse and Brent on a more casual news day. I'm dropping the jacket. It's too hot.
Good. We're back to a sauna today. Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Yes, good to see you all. I hope you're a little more casual, too, this Monday evening. We got lots of news to cover today. We got some fun changes in the program. See if you notice them. It's almost like a Where's Waldo of the newscast. You tell us what was different, and we'll tell you if you're right or not. We definitely have some changes today. Anything else you want to tell them about?
And we have a lot of questions, so keep up with us. I hope you enjoyed the rain this morning. I hope everything's okay with you. And now I hope you're enjoying the heat again. But with that, how about let's do some news?
How's about it? But you know what comes before news? Headlines. Let's go.
Tonight on CPS News, a mysterious Navy operation shuts down an exclusive Bahia de Banderas community for hours, with no answers from officials. Plus, state lawmakers push to create a truth commission to dig into some of Jalisco's darkest chapters. El Salado Estuary is getting another major facelift. We'll tell you what's changing. A new survey shows more Vallarta residents feel unsafe than ever, how the mayor says the city is responding. And the road to a new bridge connecting Jalisco and Nayarit is almost finished, with a very special guest expected at the ribbon cutting. All that and more, tonight on CPS News, the news that speaks your language.
Okay, let's get started. In our first story tonight, one of the largest federal security operations in recent years unfolded Thursday in Bahia de Banderas as Mexico's Navy took control of the exclusive Puerto Vela residential community for nearly 5 hours. Beginning at around 5 a.m., approximately 16 Navy vehicles entered the gated development to execute court-authorized search warrants at least 3 homes. According to residents and private security personnel, federal forces entered the complex without prior notice, reportedly damaging the entrance gate before securing the neighborhood and temporarily restricting residents from entering or leaving. A Navy helicopter circled continuously over the surrounding area through the operation, providing aerial support as heavily armed personnel carried out the searches on the ground. Authorities also seized a pickup truck from the property, and the operation lasted until just before 10 a.m., making it one of the most significant combined air and ground deployments seen in Bahia de Banderas in recent years. Despite the scale of the operation, the Mexican Navy has released no official details about the objective or the result. No arrests have been confirmed, and authorities have not disclosed whether anything was seized inside the homes. Sources familiar with the operation said federal agents were acting under judicial search warrants, although they noted the entry in the development reportedly occurred before the scheduled time for the searches. Officials have also declined to say whether the operation is connected to the recent federal raids in Bucerias, where 6 alleged members of the criminal cell were arrested earlier this week. The continued use of helicopters, tactical units, and large-scale development suggests authorities are maintaining an intensified security strategy across Nayarit, targeting organized crime networks and individuals suspected of generating violence in the region.
All right, we will continue following this story and bring you any new developments as federal authorities release more information. For now, security operations are still active across parts of Bahía de Banderas. And in other news, some chapters of Jalisco's history are still waiting to be written. And lawmakers say it's time to finally tell the truth. Maria has the story.
A group of Jalisco lawmakers is pushing for the creation of a new truth commission to investigate some of the state's most painful chapters in history. The proposal would establish an independent public agency dedicated to uncovering serious human rights violations while focusing on victims, public memory, justice, reparations, and preventing similar tragedies from happening again. According to the lawmakers behind the initiative, the commission would examine 5 landmark cases: the contamination of the Santiago River, violence and disappearances affecting the indigenous community of Ayotitlan, the dirty war in Jalisco, the state's ongoing crisis of missing persons, and the devastating Guadalajara explosions of April 22, 1992. The announcement was backed by victims, human rights advocates, and civil society organizations, who said the commission could help bring long-awaited answers, accountability, and recognition to thousands of families. The proposal will now move to the Jalisco State Congress, where legislators will debate whether the commission should become a reality. With information from Carolina Gomez, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Well, let's hope that brings some real answers to those families who've really waited decades for them. We hope for the best. Okay, from heavy history to a lighter kind of renewal, Vallarta's favorite estuary is getting a facelift. Let's hear all about it.
Puerto Vallarta's iconic El Salado Estuary is getting another major facelift. The Jalisco state government has announced a new rehabilitation project for the protected natural area just 3 years after investing 37 million pesos in improvements completed between 2021 and 2023. State Infrastructure Secretary David Zamora Bueno said the new phase comes after years of continuous use of the facilities, making upgrades necessary while carefully protecting the delicate ecosystem. Earlier this year, officials from the Infrastructure, Environment, and Transportation departments toured the estuary to evaluate what improvements were needed before unveiling the project. The previous renovation included a new entrance plaza, visitor information center, walking trails, observation docks, a birdwatching tower, service pathways, improved signage, a nursery, storage facilities, and restrooms. At the same time, the protected area was expanded from 169 to 209 hectares, strengthening conservation efforts. El Salado is one of Puerto Vallarta's most important natural treasures. The estuary is home to 3 species of mangrove, marshlands, tropical forest, and an impressive variety of wildlife, including 134 bird species, 46 plant species, 29 mammals, and 29 species of amphibians and reptiles. State officials say the goal is to preserve this unique ecosystem while ensuring future generations can continue to experience one of Puerto Vallarta's most valuable natural attractions. With information from Carolina Gomez, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Well, honestly, El Salado is a great spot, so I'm glad they're taking care of it. And speaking of upgrades, if you're renovating, here's a name worth knowing: Cerámicas Exclusivas. And they have a new store in Puerto Vallarta. You can discover premium tiles, state-of-the-art porcelain smart toilets, and designer faucets, all with special promotions for a limited time. Visit the showroom at Carretera Las Palmas 235 in Las Juntas, and you can call them at 33 13 18 27 78. Cerámicas Exclusivas, the perfect choice for exceptional projects. All
right, we got a little break, and you know what we usually do right now, and I think you know, and I think you know, we usually do on this day, but not today, and probably not anymore. I feel like Jesse and I have been talking behind the scenes because we do a lot of creative stuff for the show. We've been saying, oh, maybe we need to have something new, change things up. So I think today we're going to do some trivia, but we actually have some really interesting ideas going forward. I don't want to share them quite yet, but I will say this. There's a chance that you might learn something going forward. I mean, you already learned the news, but you might learn something that might be useful in your day-to-day living in Mexico. Hint, hint.
It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. But for now,
yes,
how about you learn with us? And we are going to, and we're going to say it in 1, 2, 3, the trivia.
The trivia. We didn't practice this. I was like, I don't know what we're saying, but okay, the trivia. You want to do that again, or you got it?
Okay, well, you can. We can do it again.
1, 2, 3,
the trivia.
Ridiculous. All right, what do you got?
All right, well, what do I have? I actually have an easy question. I think you're going to know this one, Brent.
Because it's easy?
Because it's easy, and because we actually did something together with this one.
Okay.
The first question that I have, and it's, I mean, you could choose A, B, or C.
I'm really into it.
Why is Puerto Vallarta's iconic Los Muertos Pier called Los Muertos? And Los Muertos translates to the dead, so Pier of the Dead, really. Why? Is it A, because pirates buried victims of a famous battle on the beach, It was hard to bury all of them, and the dead bodies would uncover from the sand. That's A.
That's A.
B, because local legend says a burial site was discovered there in the 1800s, giving the beach its historic name, Playa Los Muertos.
Okay.
Or is it C, because the original wooden pier collapsed during a deadly hurricane and hundreds of people died there because of it.
I'm going to try to remember them all. So I think my guess is going to be A. I remember we talked about it, but I'm between A or B. I don't think C, but I'm between A or B.
All right, I will uncover the answer at the end of the newscast.
Ooh, the end of now, I am going to go ahead and ask the question, and we're just going to do it all right now. You ready?
All right.
I know, shocking. You're
we're
like,
going to
wait,
do
that's
it all
not what
right
we agreed
now?
to.
What?
I know, I'm very tricky. So I'm going to do this one Jeopardy style, and I'm going to ask you, but I'm also asking you at home. So I'll do it Jeopardy style. I don't know if you know what that means, but here we go. So the clue is kind of thank you. No copyright infringements. Okay, so as they do a Jeopardy style, it's kind of like the answer first. So here's the clue. Long before tourists arrived, Spanish explorers gave the surrounding bay this colorful name after encountering indigenous warriors carrying vibrant bird feather banners. What is the answer?
Oh my gosh, that's really hard.
Is it?
Okay, do it again. Say it
Long
again.
before tourists arrived, long time ago, Spanish explorers gave the surrounding bay, hint, this colorful name after encountering indigenous warriors carrying vibrant bird feather banners.
The Bay Area. Oh, Bahia?
But
De Banderas? Bahia de
yes,
Banderas?
you got it. Nicely done. You're one for one on this game. Okay, I hope you are too. Let me explain why. So first of all, what is Bahia de Banderas? Bay of Flags. But you might be like shields and feathers. What does that do with flags? Let me tell you. The bay stretches over 26 miles from Cabo Corrientes to Punta de Mita. Legend has it that when Spanish forces encountered the local defenders, the reflection of light off the religious banners and armor led to the name that remains today because it looked like flags to them. So
that's really interesting. I didn't know this.
Bird feather banners look like flags, and that's how it became Bahia de Banderas.
Good question.
Which is also the word that a lot of people say I don't say right, but I think I do.
You are getting better every week.
Day. All right, you ready to get a commercial? Take us out.
Let's go on a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we have more news, so don't go away. We'll be back.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had fun doing trivia with us. We had fun doing it. Now, on to our next story tonight. So imagine losing 60 years of your family's paperwork overnight. That is exactly what happened in Ixtapa, and here's Maria with the story.
5 municipal employees are heading to Guadalajara on a mission to recover 60 years of Puerto Vallarta's history after a devastating fire destroyed the civil registry archives in Ixtapa. The records were completely lost during the February 22nd narco blockade. when the civil registry office in the Ixtapa district was set ablaze. Thousands of official documents, including birth, marriage, divorce, and death records dating back to 1966, were reduced to ashes. Fortunately, officials say a complete digital backup of Puerto Vallarta's civil records is safely stored at the Jalisco State Archives in Guadalajara. The Puerto Vallarta City Council has now approved sending 5 civil registry employees to retrieve those digital files so they can be printed and restored locally, allowing residents to once again obtain essential legal documents without long delays. City officials say restoring the archive is critical because these records are required for everything from passports and school enrollment to inheritance and legal procedures. The recovery effort is expected to help fully restore civil registry services for the people of Ixtapa and preserve 6 decades of the community's official history. With information from Carolina Gomez, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Well, good news, it's all backed up in Guadalajara. Once those files are back, residents can finally stop waiting on records they need for everything from passports to inheritance. And that recovery effort comes as the city faces a tougher conversation about safety. Let's hear it from Brent.
Thank you, Jesse. So, Puerto Vallarta's mayor says the city is strengthening public safety efforts after a new national survey showed a rise in residents' perception of insecurity. According to Mexico's National Urban Public Security Survey, 65.4% of Puerto Vallarta residents now say they feel unsafe, placing the city above the national average and dropping it 11 spots in the national rankings, going from 44th to 55th. Mayor Luis Munguia acknowledged that the city faced security challenges earlier this year, particularly in February, but said the municipal government is actively working to improve both safety and public confidence. The mayor highlighted the addition of 35 new police patrol vehicles, with 5 more expected to arrive soon, to strengthen the police presence throughout the city. He also emphasized that the administration's strategy goes beyond law enforcement, focusing on crime prevention throughout the community, policing neighborhoods, outreach, and closer collaboration with residents and local leaders. In addition, the city is investing in projects aimed at improving quality of life, including the renovation of 32 public schools, upgrades to parks and the public spaces, improved lighting, sidewalks, children's play areas, and educational support programs. Despite the survey results, Munguia maintained that Puerto Vallarta remains one of Mexico's safest tourist destinations and said security will continue to be a top priority throughout ongoing coordination with federal, state, municipal, business, and community leaders. Thank you so much to Carolina Gomez for that information.
There you have it. The mayor insists Vallarta remains one of Mexico's safest tourist destinations. I think so too. But he does admit that there's work to do. Now, from Puerto Vallarta to Bahía de Banderas, a major legal setback tonight for a notary at the center of a sprawling Nayarit investigation. Let's check it out.
A major legal setback for a high-profile Nayarit notary. Luis Miguel N., the public notary number 39 of Mezcales, will remain behind bars after a federal judge dismissed an indirect constitutional appeal, known in Mexico as an amparo, that sought to challenge the criminal proceedings against him. The ruling does not determine whether he is guilty or innocent. Instead, the federal court found there was a procedural reason preventing it from reviewing the merits of the case, meaning the appeal was closed without granting him federal protection. Luis Miguel N. was arrested in Guadalajara on December 27, 2025, and transferred to a prison in Bucerías, where he has remained ever since. He is facing multiple criminal charges, including alleged professional misconduct, document forgery, irregular certification and registration of real estate transactions, and specific fraud. Prosecutors say the investigation centers on alleged irregular notarial operations in Bahia de Banderas. The case has continued to expand. In February, investigators from the Nayarit Attorney General's office, working alongside the State Notary Directorate, searched the Notary 39 offices in Mezcales, seizing documents as evidence. The notary's legal team continues to maintain his innocence, arguing the office handled mostly routine paperwork and had no connection to the so-called Nuevo Nayarit mega operation. Meanwhile, Nayarit prosecutors say the investigation remains active, and with this latest court decision, Luis Miguel N. will continue facing the criminal process from prison. With information from Israel Torres, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Okay, innocent until proven guilty for sure, but for now, Notario 39 isn't going anywhere. But speaking of things moving forward, literally, that new bridge connecting Jalisco and Nayarit is almost ready to roll. Let's hear about it.
A major infrastructure project connecting Jalisco and Nayarit is entering its final stretch. Construction of the new access road leading to the Amado Nervo Bridge is now 70% complete, according to Jalisco's Secretariat of Infrastructure and Public Works. The 1.3-kilometer roadway will link Federal Highway 544 directly to the new Amado Nervo Bridge, which is being built by the federal government to connect Puerto Vallarta with Bahía de Banderas. Officials say underground water and sewer systems are already finished, and crews are now pouring concrete for the roadway, curbs, sidewalks, and a new bike lane. Although heavy rains have slowed some construction activities, the project remains on schedule for completion by the end of the year. Puerto Vallarta Mayor Luis Munguia says both the bridge and its connecting infrastructure are expected to be ready between November and December. He also revealed that Mexico's president is expected to attend the official ribbon-cutting ceremony, calling it a historic visit for the region. The state of Jalisco is investing 160 million pesos in the project, which includes expanding Avenida Federación from 4 to 6 lanes, creating a wider, safer corridor through one of Puerto Vallarta's fastest-growing areas. Once completed, the new bridge and highway connection are expected to significantly reduce travel times, improve traffic flow, and strengthen economic and regional connectivity between Jalisco and Nayarit. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
And we're told Mexico's president may be the one cutting the ribbon. We'll bring you that moment when it happens. Now, speaking of smart investments, here's a name a lot of expats and investors already trust: Capital Bank. Yep, it's redefining what banking looks like in Puerto Vallarta, designed for expats, investors, and seasonal residents who expect more. More privacy, more discretion, and real personal service. Enjoy personalized deposits, withdrawals, and direct access, all with competitive, transparent returns. No lines, no complexity, just smart, effortless banking. You can visit Capital Bank in Sayulita, Flamingo, Zona Romantica, or Marina Vallarta, or call them at 322-209-0696. Capital Bank, finances without complications. All right, changing the subject completely, this next one's a bit of a mystery. A spider monkey wandering around Miss Maloya that didn't come from the zoo.
A spider monkey found wandering through the Sierra del Mar condominiums near Miss Maloya has been safely rescued, and officials say it is not one of the monkeys that recently escaped from Vallarta Zoo. Authorities initially suspected a connection after the zoo reported a brief escape caused by heavy rains. But Zoo Director Martín Castañeda confirmed that all of those monkeys had already returned. Environmental officials believe this monkey was likely being kept illegally as a private pet. They say spider monkeys are not native to the Puerto Vallarta area, and this animal showed clear signs of being raised around people. Residents reported the monkey had been entering homes looking for food, but officials say it did not injure anyone or attack pets. The monkey is now under temporary care at Vallarta Zoo, while federal environmental authorities determine its permanent placement. Officials also remind the public that keeping spider monkeys as pets without federal authorization is illegal in Mexico. With information from Rodrigo Lopez Becerril, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
So note to you, Jesse, if your daughter comes in and says, "I want a pet monkey," Mexico's federal government has some paperwork for you to do first. And you probably just shouldn't. They throw poop, they're a mess. Okay, good news though, the little guy is safe, and officials keep reminding everyone keeping wildlife as a pet is illegal. Okay, moving on, Puerto Vallarta is now part of an international effort to make public spaces safer for women and girls. Let's hear about it from Maria.
Puerto Vallarta is one of 5 municipalities in Jalisco participating in a United Nations Women Local Gender Audit, an international initiative designed to evaluate how safe public spaces are for women and girls. The project, carried out in partnership with the government of Jalisco, began with an exploratory safety walk in the Ixtapa district, which was selected because it has recorded the city's highest incidence of crimes against women in recent months. During the assessment, participants, including representatives from UN Women, local women's organizations, government officials, and researchers from the University of Guadalajara, walked a predetermined route to evaluate street lighting, sidewalks, signage, accessibility, public spaces, and whether women could realistically find help if they felt threatened. The audit also examined broader quality of life issues, including waste collection, flooding, parks, green spaces, and the prevention of crimes such as street harassment, sexual assault, and disappearances. Preliminary observations identified several safety concerns, including poor street lighting blocked by overgrown trees, missing street signs, abandoned buildings, limited nighttime activity, and dangerous pedestrian conditions along State Highway 544, where there are no safe crossings or traffic calming measures near public transportation stops. The findings will be used to create a feminist urban planning roadmap with short, medium, and long-term recommendations for both state and municipal governments. A preliminary report will be released soon, with a final report covering all 5 participating municipalities expected this fall. With information from Carolina Gomez, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Thanks, Maria. Those findings will help shape real changes. We'll bring you the full report once it's released this fall. And if that's safely walk, how do you thinking about Vallarta's growth? Here's where a lot of that investment is happening. And yes, you guessed right, it's at Soliva, an excellent opportunity for those looking to invest in Puerto Vallarta. Soliva, the exclusive development located in Marina Vallarta, continues to make progress in its construction and is solidifying its position as one of the region's most attractive investment opportunities. It also offers unique financing plans designed to make investing in paradise more accessible than you might imagine. Featuring 1, 2, and 3 bedroom condos, a prime location just 4 minutes from the airport, and exceptional appreciation potential, Soliva is an opportunity to live, invest, and grow your wealth. You can visit the showroom at 3660 Francisco Medina Asensio Boulevard. Boulevard Medina Asensio in Marina Vallarta, and you can call them at 322-183-3411 or find more information on social media at soliva.mx. Soliva, elevate your life. And yes, I will be there tomorrow, Tuesday, from 10 a.m. until 2 if you want to, check it out. I can sell you a condo.
Yeah, say hi to Jesse, but more to buy a condo. Don't be fooled.
Please.
That is what you want. Okay, so, hey, we're about to go to break again, but this is a great time to take a moment to say hello to some viewers. We do love when we find viewers. Like this time, actually, Jesse and myself and my wife and her son were having dinner over here in the marina, and the waiter came by after the meal and said, I know who you guys are. I watch all the time. My wife and I love your shows. She's from Canada. So I want to give a big shout out to Jules and Jorge.
Hi, Jules. Hi,
yes.
Jorge.
So thank you, Jules, for being a consistent watcher of CPS News. And Jorge, thank you for your amazing service. And we got a great photo with you.
Yes,
Hopefully we can show it.
Hopefully production can put it up. It was wonderful, and it's always very heartwarming when people come up to us. So if you see us, come say hi, take a selfie, and then you'll be on the news.
Absolutely. Hopefully. But yeah, take a selfie with us and you might end up on the news if you want that. So there you go. All right, it's time for a quick break, I think. We're going to be right back in just a minute. We have more news to come, so stick with us. Okay, welcome back everybody to CPS News, the news that speaks your language. And this next story is just a stark reminder of how powerful the rivers get during rainy season, kind of like we had this morning. That was a lot and some people lost their power, but those rivers are really going to fill up, and Joe's going to tell you all about them.
A dramatic water rescue unfolded along the Amica River after a man was swept away while trying to cross the Las Gaviotas low-water crossing, which connects the community of El Colomo in Bahía de Banderas with Tabalchia in Puerto Vallarta. Authorities say the man attempted to cross despite the river's strong current, which has risen significantly following heavy rainfall across the region. The powerful flow carried him downstream before he managed to grab onto several logs, keeping himself afloat until rescuers arrived. Lifeguards from Bahía de Banderas Civil Protection and Fire Department responded quickly and safely rescued the man from the rushing water. Once on shore, paramedics from Puerto Vallarta Civil Protection evaluated him and reported that he suffered no serious injuries, only shock from the ordeal. Officials credited the successful rescue to the coordinated response between emergency crews from Bahía de Banderas and Puerto Vallarta. They're urging the public to avoid crossing the Las Gaviotas ford during the rainy season, warning that the Amica River remains dangerously swollen and conditions can change rapidly. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Well, I'm glad he's okay. But people, Las Gaviotas Ford is not the place to test your swimming skills right now. He obviously didn't watch the news when we warned you all about this. All right, let's check out now how Bahía de Banderas is taking security to the skies this summer.
Security drones are now patrolling some of the area's busiest commercial zones as part of a larger vacation safety operation. The Nayarit Secretariat of Security and Citizen Protection has stepped up surveillance across Bahía de Banderas by combining ground patrols with aerial drone monitoring in an effort to deter crime and improve emergency response during the busy summer travel season. One of the main focus areas is the Lago Real Shopping Center in Mezcales, located along Boulevard Riviera Nayarit. The plaza, home to banks, supermarkets, and dozens of businesses, has previously experienced vehicle thefts, robberies targeting bank customers, and commercial break-ins, making it a priority for increased surveillance. Authorities say drones are also monitoring commercial areas in Las Palmas and San Vicente, providing officers with a real-time aerial view to quickly identify suspicious activity, support patrol units, and respond faster to emergencies. Beyond crime prevention, the drones are also assisting with traffic accidents, search and rescue operations, locating missing persons, and mapping hard-to-reach areas. Officials say the operation will continue throughout the summer vacation period, as thousands of visitors and residents move through Bahía de Banderas commercial and tourist areas. With information from Israel Torres, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
All right, officials say the drones will keep flying throughout the vacation season. And for now, let's take a break from news and focus on our health. Have you made your health a priority this month? At Hospital Joya Riviera Nayarit, now is the perfect time to invest in your well-being with a personalized nutritional assessment. This comprehensive evaluation includes a nutritional diagnosis, a customized meal plan tailored to your needs, and expert recommendations based on your personal health goals. Schedule your appointment today by calling 322-262-6613, or you can visit Hospital Joya Riviera Nayarit on social media for more information. This special promotion is available from June 17th through the 31st. Until July 31st. Restrictions do apply. Hospital Joya Riviera Nayarit, they know how to take care of you, and they're there to help you. Now to a health story worth paying attention. It's COVID cases. Yep, they're climbing again here in Vallarta. Let's check it out.
COVID-19 cases are rising once again in Puerto Vallarta, prompting local health officials to urge residents not to let their guard down. According to Mexico's Federal Health Ministry and information shared by Dr. Jaime Alvarez Salas of the Jalisco Health Region in Puerto Vallarta, COVID-19 cases remained at about 1% during the first several months of the year, but beginning in early May, infections increased sharply, climbing to roughly 8%, an eightfold rise. Health officials say the surge is not linked to foreign visitors or major events. Instead, they attribute it to people abandoning basic hygiene habits adopted during the pandemic, such as frequent hand washing, covering coughs and sneezes, and disinfecting commonly used surfaces. Doctors say today's cases are generally less severe than those seen in 2020 and 2021 because of prior vaccination and changes in the virus. Current systems typically include a dry cough, runny nose, fever, headaches, muscle aches, fatigue, and can last between 10 and 15 days. Officials are urging residents to practice good hygiene, wear a mask if they're sick, stay hydrated, avoid self-medicating, and seek medical evaluation if symptoms develop. COVID-19 tests remain available at local pharmacies, while updated vaccines are expected to arrive alongside the seasonal flu vaccine this October. With information from Carolina Gomez, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Thanks, Joe. And as he says, symptoms are mild these days, but they're still urging some basic precautions. And staying with health, a new push to get tested in Vallarta is here, and this time it's hepatitis. Let's hear more about it.
Health authorities report that 32 cases of hepatitis have been detected in Puerto Vallarta so far this year, with all patients currently receiving free treatment. Officials also report 43 cases of syphilis and more than 1,400 people living with HIV who are receiving active antiretroviral treatment in the municipality. Doctors say nearly 45% of hepatitis infections show no symptoms, making routine testing especially important. When symptoms do appear, they can include fatigue, weakness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, and dark-colored urine. Medical experts emphasize that the increase in reported cases is largely due to expanded screening efforts, not necessarily higher transmission rates. They also note that about 95% of hepatitis C cases can be cured when diagnosed early. To mark World Hepatitis Day, the city will host a free public health fair on July 28th from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Plaza Lázaro Cárdenas, offering vaccinations for all age groups, along with free rapid testing for hepatitis B, hepatitis C, HIV, and syphilis. With information from Carolina Gomez, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Thanks, Maria, for that. And now we're going to take a quick break because after this break, yes, it's the sports section. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Ready to talk about sports?
We are ready to talk about sports. I didn't know what camera we were on. Sorry, these things happen on live TV.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, let's talk about sports. Let's do it. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Good.
You can start it off.
Let's go. So 2 Vallarta athletes just punched their ticket to the world stage. Lupita Hernandez and Zemina Placito have qualified to represent Mexico at the 2026 World Basque Pelota Championships after winning the National Frontenis Tournament in Aguas Calientes. The Vallarta duo earned their spot with an impressive comeback victory in the championship match, losing the first set before rallying to win the next two and capture the national title. The World Championships will take place October 10th through the 18th in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where Hernandez and Placito will compete against the world's best frontenis players. It's a remarkable achievement for both athletes and another proud moment for Puerto Vallarta as they prepare to wear Mexico's colors on the international stage. Buenos Aires, get ready, Vallarta is coming to the podium.
Well, good luck to them in Buenos Aires. We'll be cheering from you guys here. Now, from the front tennis court to Plaza Liberación. I know the World Cup is over, but I wanted to hold on for a little bit more. You know, they turned into hundreds of I do's A World Cup celebration turned into a day of love in Guadalajara, where a record-breaking 725 couples said "I do" during a massive civil wedding ceremony at Plaza Liberación as part of the FIFA Fan Festival. Can you believe that? The historic event made Guadalajara the first official World Cup host city to hold a collective wedding during the tournament. Mayor Veronica Delgadillo said civil marriage providers legal collection and security for couples and their families. The festive World Cup atmosphere inspired hundreds of couples to tie the knot. I don't know why, including Armando and Vivian, who traded their original wedding plans for the once-in-a-lifetime ceremony surrounded by family and fellow soccer fans. Among the most touching moments was a couple who finally married after 54 years together, while another couple celebrated their union wearing Mexico national team jerseys in the very place where they first met. Aww.
Okay, next up and final story on sports. I think Mexico's back on top of the podium. And so Mexico, tonight, Team Mexico captured its first gold medal at the 2026 Mexico Diving Cup in Zapopan, thanks to an outstanding performance by Osmar Olivera and Juan Celaya. The duo dominated the men's 3-meter synchronized springboard event, earning 408.39 points with a nearly flawless execution and incredible synchronization. Their victory reinforces Mexico's reputation as one of the world's diving powerhouses and highlights the pair as strong contenders heading into the future international competitions. Meanwhile, Olympic medalist Gabriela "Gabby" Agúndez also returned to the competition in front of the home crowd during Saturday's events. The Mexico Diving Cup wraps up this Sunday in Guadalajara's metropolitan area, with Olivera and Selena's golden performance standing out as one of the biggest of the entire tournament. That's a wrap on sports tonight, and now it's back to Jesse with a mention about Hospitan.
Thanks. It's always a blast to do sports. Now, let me tell you about Hospitan, located at Boulevard Francisco Medina Asensio, 3970. This center is part of Hospitan, an international network with over 5 decades of experience operating 20 medical units across Spain, the Caribbean, and Mexico. In Mexico, the network has locations in Cancún, Playa del Carmen, Cabo San Lucas, San Jose del Cabo, and of course, Puerto Vallarta. Care is provided in both Spanish and English, and they accept a broad portfolio of national and international health insurance plans, streaming access, and also administrative management for insured patients. Among the most in-demand specialties are interventional cardiology, traumatology, and gynecology, and obstetrics, complemented by other subspecialties that cover a wide clinical spectrum. For further information, please contact 322-226-2080. Hospitan. Now, here's our next story tonight.
Puerto Vallarta is about to make waves on the international stage. City officials have announced that several additional beaches are expected to receive the prestigious Blue Flag certification next month, bringing global recognition for their environmental quality, safety, and sustainability. The internationally recognized Blue Flag program requires beaches to meet 33 rigorous criteria, including excellent water quality, environmental education, sustainable management, and high standards for safety and public services. Puerto Vallarta currently has 2 certified beaches, but with 7 more expected to join the list, the city will further strengthen its reputation as an eco-friendly destination for travelers from around the world. During the same meeting, officials also addressed the growing number of human encounters with crocodiles. Experts say urban development near mangrove habitats have significantly reduced the animal's natural territory, increasing interactions with people. Federal authorities are now exploring the creation of a dedicated habitat to help protect crocodiles while reducing conflicts with residents and visitors. Officials also reminded the public never to feed crocodiles, warning that doing so changes their natural behavior and encourages them to approach humans. Environmental leaders are encouraging residents to see crocodiles not as a threat, but as an essential part of Puerto Vallarta's ecosystem, and even a unique wildlife attraction, similar to successful conservation efforts in Florida, Australia, Colombia, and South Africa. The city also announced a new free digital platform coming soon, providing beach access information, weather updates, crocodile risk alerts, and a way for citizens to report illegal wastewater discharges. With information from Carolina Gomez, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Thanks, Joe. 7 more blue flag beaches means 7 more reasons to be proud of this coastline. Speaking of enjoying the view, here's a way to make your Sunday count. Yes, make your Sunday count with a delicious brunch overlooking the Marina Vallarta Golf Club. Enjoy a full breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. plus unlimited mimosas. Just 435 pesos for adults and 285 for juniors. Easy parking at Paseo de la Marina 430, and you can reserve at 322-221-0073. Treat yourself this Sunday.
All right, by now everybody has probably seen the lady in the movie theater here during the Odyssey doing her karate to people and pulling their hair off, but why not see it one more time? Let's hear more about Lady Karateka. Hi-ya!
A movie night in Puerto Vallarta turned into an unexpected spectacle after a disturbance inside a local movie theater went viral on social media. Videos recorded by moviegoers show a woman, described by witnesses as a foreign tourist, standing inside the theater, shouting profanities and disrupting a screening. According to people at the scene, she had been talking loudly, laughing during the film, and interrupting the audience before the situation escalated. Witnesses also claim she began kicking nearby seats, leading to a confrontation with another moviegoer. The video shows the two women briefly struggling before theater security stepped in and escorted the woman out of the auditorium. Authorities have not released any official information indicating whether anyone was arrested or whether formal charges have been filed. Meanwhile, social media users quickly gave the woman the nickname Lady Karateka, referring to the alleged kicks seen during the incident. With information from Guadalupe Cruz, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Okay, moral of the story, maybe don't talk or maybe don't drink so much during the movie. I wasn't there, I didn't see you, but I think she might have gone on an odyssey of drinking her on her own before seeing that. Okay, finally tonight, let's look at how the city is keeping its most iconic areas looking sharp. Here's Joe with the story.
Puerto Vallarta is stepping up efforts to keep its most popular tourist areas looking their best. The city government has announced that daily cleaning and maintenance crews continue working throughout the historic downtown and the Romantic Zone, two of the busiest areas for both residents and visitors. Municipal teams are sweeping streets, collecting trash, and maintaining key landmarks, including the Malecon, Los Arcos, Hidalgo Park, Lázaro Cárdenas Plaza, Quali River Island, and the streets leading to the Los Muertos Pier. Workers have also been washing high-traffic areas, such as Los Muertos Pier and the Malecon's open-air amphitheater, while landscaping crews are trimming and maintaining the iconic palm trees that line the waterfront. City officials say the ongoing program is part of Mayor Luis Ernesto Munguia Gonzalez's strategy to maintain a clean, attractive, and welcoming image for one of Mexico's top beach destinations. With information provided by Guadalupe Cruz, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
All right, thanks, Joe. And we're just about out of time tonight with our news. Thank you so much for tuning in, but we cannot leave you hanging because I know everybody's waiting pins and needles to find out what the trivia answer is.
I know. And also, we want to know what your answer is, because A or B,
I
it's
said
not.
mostly A, a little bit of B, but none of C. That doesn't count?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go with A. Oh, no.
Yay. Okay, so the right answer is B, because local legends say a burial site was discovered there in the 1800s, giving the beach its historic name, Playa de los Muertos. And you should know this. We made a story about this.
I know, it's been a while. I got a lot of stuff in my head. All right, it's a fix. I still say A, but fine, B.
Well, I hope you guys had fun with this. Let us know if you like it. If you dislike it, give us a comment right there on YouTube. And, well, I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next week.
All right, good night, everyone.